I was recently asked if the framework that I teach women how to plan works for people that like pretty or decorative planning. Short answer, yes. So today I'm going to break down what exactly does pretty or decorative planning mean, and then I'm going to share with you the top 3 tools I believe every woman should have if you are someone that really likes your planning to be pretty. Welcome. My name is Megan Sumrell. I am a time management and productivity expert for women, and I am also the founder of the TOP framework. TOP stands for Time Management, Organization, and Productivity for Women. It's the #1 time management course for women. So, what does decorative or pretty planning mean? Well, basically, what it means for most people is it's kind of going back to an older time before we had online calendars, before Google Calendar, iCal, et cetera, existed. And the only option for planning was to carry around a physical planner. And a lot of companies got on board with trying to create things that made your planning a little bit prettier and more fun, such as stickers, certain types of post-it notes, etc. I remember when I first started pretty or decorative planning was way back in the 90s. I was a diehard Franklin Covey user for years until it no longer served me. And even with this very kind of masculine approach to planning that you learn through that system, even they sold sticker packs that you could fit right into your planner. And they would have little stickers like I always remember the pair of scissors to put on the day that you were getting your haircut, or a little checkbook for a bill pay day. So even within those systems, people understood there was a desire to have a more personal feel when you're doing planning instead of something feeling black and white and, kind of standoffish. So again, when someone says, "Hey, Megan, if I were to follow your top framework in terms of how you do weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annual planning, can I still lean into the decorative side and make it pretty?" And you absolutely can, because of the way I teach it and the tools that are available to you. So, first and foremost, I want to share tool number 1, and this is if you are a paper planner user. All right, so if you like to do all of your planning in a physical planner, not a digital one, obviously I'm going to recommend the planner I developed and sell, which is called the Top Planner. Now, you don't have to use this planner to use my planning system, but I do want to give you one quick tip when it comes to the type of planner that you should be using that you can still 100% make it decorative, pretty, and fun. It needs to be a planner that is a weekly layout, all right? Not a daily planner, but one that has a weekly spread. Now, in here, there's still plenty of room for you to, put any stickers, post-it notes, etc., that you may desire to use. The absolute must-have tool for paper planner users, and it is what I use inside of my top planner, if you like to make it really personal and pretty, is you've got to get a set of the Friction fine liner felt tip pens. I share these all the time. I've got a link here for you. This is an affiliate link over to Amazon. And here's why I love these. First of all, the pack comes with about 12 to 15 different colors. All right. So you're going to have all the ability for color coding, or even just you may choose to use certain colors for types of events, etc. But here's why I love these. People hesitate to use things like this in their planner because if they're worried about it being pretty, like, what if I need to erase? These pens 100% erase and they don't bleed through. So I'm going to pull up an old page here in my planner. You'll see I've got some color coding going on, right? And at the top of these pens, the tip of them actually works as an eraser. So if you're using any kind of a paper planner, I would encourage you to grab the Friction pens, because that is going to really allow you to have the aesthetics if pretty planning is important to you. There are also a myriad of sticker packs out there in the world, both in craft supply stores, also on Amazon, where you can search for very specific planner stickers that are going to have stickers that relate to the types of things that you want to put in your planner. So 100% I support this. Now, the second tool that I want to share, so we kind of talked about the friction pens if you're a paper planner user. The second tool that I want to show you, if you've been following me for a while, you've probably seen it before. We actually have an entire 4-part series on how I use these that I believe makes planning absolutely beautiful. I'm going to flip my camera around real quick so you can see my view from my desk is these giant wall calendars. Sorry, it's a little bit fuzzy. I realize that. Let me get us back in focus. Now, those wall calendars are not something I sell. I actually know the CEO of Kaleidoscope Living, Tasha Agruso. She designs those calendars. Now, here's why I love them. Obviously, number one, they're beautiful, right? But they are reusable. So it's 100% worth the investment. Now, they're reusable because they are undated, which means you can put the calendars up and then with a chalk pen, you can write in the dates. And then every year I wipe them clean and rewrite them. So I'm on year 3 of using the same calendar set. Now, at Kaleidoscope Living, she also offers a bunch of beautiful add ons to your wall calendars, including washi tape and color coordinated post-it notes. So again, you can turn your planning into something absolutely beautiful. And you don't need to put up all 12 months at once. I know a lot of people who just have 1 month up at a time, maybe 1 quarter up at a time. My daughter has her own set and she has 2 up at a time in her workspace in her room where she does all of her school and outside of school activity planning. Now, let's say you are not a paper person, right? And I've seen a lot of women really struggle to let go of their paper planner if they like pretty planning. Because when you go look at the traditional Google Calendar, iCal, etc., they're not very attractive, right? They just look very computery. There isn't I mean, you can do color coding, but that's about it. So if you are someone that really has a desire to go fully digital and have it integrate with whatever calendar system you use, whether it's Google Calendar, maybe you're on iCal, Yahoo, Outlook, the only tool I recommend there is called Artful Agenda. All right, it is software. So this is an actual app that is integrating with the digital planning tools that you use. It will work on your desktop, it will work on your tablet, it will work on your mobile device. And the reason why I recommend Artful Agenda for anyone that really likes that more personal, pretty feel, friends, it feels like you're planning on paper. They actually have digital stickers that you can click and drag. The color coding, you can change the fonts. You can actually change the cover of what your digital planner looks like. They have all sorts of different shells and stuff for it. So if you are someone that's like, I like planning to be pretty, right? And you enjoy that process. Again, if you're a paper planner, make sure you're on a weekly spread, right? Obviously, I'm going to recommend the top planner, and you'll want to get a set of the friction pens. Also, consider adding the giant wall calendars with all the coordinated washi tape and post-it notes. You're going to love it. And if you are a digital person, 100% make sure you go check out Artful Agenda. I have just a ton of women that use the top framework that I teach that do all of their planning on Artful Agenda as well. Now, if you're wondering, why do people even care about making their planning pretty? It's not for everybody. But if you're someone that likes the aesthetics, right? If aesthetics are important to you and following a plan feels restrictive, so that maybe you're just like, well, I don't like looking at my calendar, you might want to try adding in some of that kind of beautification process to your planning, because I know it makes a big difference when I sit here and look at my plan for the week and it's color coordinated. Sometimes I'll add a few stickers in, whatever I'm feeling for that week, because now what I'm looking at looks nice. And so I don't mind looking at it all the time. All right, friends, happy planning. See you back here soon.